Well, Coach, 500.
Yeah.
500. How's it feel?
I'd like to have it last week.
Right.
Good, I'm glad this team got to be a part of that. 500 victories for a program and just at home, quite an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Over 100+ years. So,
Long time.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it.
Right.
Yeah, it's tells you a little bit about the legacy of Oklahoma State wrestling.
Mhm.
A lot of wins.
What were some of your big takeaways from tonight? How did you feel the team responded?
I just, you look at those key matches. You look at 25, 49, 74, heavyweight. The difference was, was probably a similar team than what we wrestled last week. Outside of Iowa State's a little better, but and UNI's good. Don't get me wrong, but just a little bit more focus, and that's what it's going to take for us right now. I think anytime you get into a situation where you get embarrassed or you got to fight to win matches. Maybe by the end of the year, Big 12, we might have a chance to maybe stretch some of those matches out. But right now you're going to have to win. Fighting, ugly, however, you got to grind out some tough matches. And so. And I thought we did that, and that was the difference in the lopsided score.
You guys, you voiced your frustrations on performance on bottom. Recently, but it seemed like you guys did a little better tonight. What were your takeaways?
Well, I thought it was good to see Carter Young come off the mat. Just a little bit went blank a little bit at the end of the match. Just a kind of an easy walk around for the win. And that's just you just can't have that, right? I mean, you got to be scrapping and fighting right there at the end. No easy walk around for the win. But he did a good job of coming off, and yeah, we did a lot better on bottom. I thought that Travis Woodlake was a guy that, hey, you hope that those kind of matches maybe later on for him, he can stretch those out. But you had a guy that was looking for one big move, and he was definitely good at what he was doing. Really dangerous. Probably got a lot of pins, and I was pleased that Travis kept his composure, kept trying to get inside and getting to the leg, and continue to try to keep scoring. And I think at the end, just his demeanor of want and attitude was definitely the difference in getting his hand raised.
And then we talked about last week. Luke was on a 3-duel losing streak. What did it feel like to see him kind of slide?
Well, I think in both of those matches, at 74 and heavyweight, kind of, what do you do when you're not scoring? And so it looked a little bit careless, at times. Like, you got to keep wrestling. You can't wrestle the clock. But I thought it took. That's what it's going to take for server, right? You're a young guy that's wrestling at a weight class that you've never wrestled at, and you're weighing 220, and these guys are weighing 245, 255. You're going to have to compete at all times, and I thought, in the end, he needed to win, right? And had to work to get that win, right? From riding to finishing his takedown. He got in on the leg early in the match. It looked like the guy was getting ready to sprawl out. He peeked underneath, kept competing there, finished the takedown. And so just good to see him have some success and definitely needed.
What do you think of Dustin Flott's performance today?
Well,
Top 10 matchup, Big Conference.
I thought he picked up takedowns in the first and the third. And that was the difference in the match, right? 5-3 match, I still think it's kind of what I said. For us to maybe win matches right now, we got to really focus on recognizing that we might have to win tight matches, and until we relax and kind of feel good about our skills, and it's going to take a little bit of time, I think, with some of these guys, and that's time we have, So I'm just pleased that we wrestled for 7 minutes and competed for 7 minutes.
Does anything Dayton does surprise you anymore? It seemed like that cradle came out of nowhere. He's able to keep a foot in the circle. It seemed pretty skillful from him.
He picked up that takedown in the third. Knew where he was at in that high crotch position. Swam to the head, and then kept his foot on the mat while he was getting the pin. So just good alertness and a pin. We might have needed. If some of these matches went differently. So those bonus points is key in tough matches, and for us, it's good to see us pick up a bonus point at that weight as well as wide sheets at 157.
Coach, you talked about
And gear at 84. Go ahead.
you talked about taking advantage of the first period, and putting pressure on people and not wrestling from behind. You had 6 guys score a takedown inside the first minute, all in wins. How do you guys feel like you did in the first period?
Well, I thought we, Trevor came out, picked up that takedown, and it's what won him the match, And so, yeah, you got to be, you got to be picking up takedowns. So the matchups that were ranked matchups, Fit 74 especially, 285. Those were good earned takedowns, and people, both those guys went out to score, right? I mean, Server actually, had a ranking match today as well, and so that might seem a little bit odd. I'm not sure I ever done it before as a coach, rank somebody the same day as the match.
You did, huh?
Huh?
Ranking match. Was it just Server that you had?
Server and Harris.
No, I know, but like any other weights or just
No.
just him?
Just those two, yeah. And so it was a good, tough match. Actually, both of them really wrestled well, tight. So we'll continue to just evaluate and hopefully start moving in a direction that, just a direction where we're trying to stretch our scores out a little bit. Just the one thing that I see is we don't know what we're doing, or we're not recognizing what we're doing when we're not scoring. So that's important, If I saw an area I thought, and then identifying when you have somebody on the ropes, and taking advantage of either a guy getting tired, or that we've beat their confidence out of them. It just doesn't seem like we're seeing that right now, and most of it's with the young guys that we got.
It's probably too early, but do you have any update on Mastro?
Say that again?
Do you have any update on Mastro?
Master Giovanni.
No, it looks fine.
Was it knee?
I think maybe more his ankle, yeah. So, but we had a good report on it. I don't know what that means for tomorrow or for this weekend.
You had, I think, with AJ Ferrari on the sideline. What kind of presence did he provide on the sideline?
Oh, yeah. Kind of had, it's always nice to,
Is there any notable update on it?
no, just that he's getting better, and it's been good to see him, each and every day. Definitely quite a bit just healing. You can see that he's getting stronger, and he's able to do some things that 9 days ago was impossible to do. So that's good to see.
And then Gavin's sick, obviously lost, but taking advantage and almost upsetting the number 12 ranked opponent in his weight. What did you see from him?
Which way?
197.
Gavin, when you're undersized, there's things you have to do, strategically to be competitive, and I thought he did a good job. You just give yourself that chance to win, be prepared. A guy that, their coaches probably feel like we should be getting a major decision. This guy's he's gonna pop a shot off, a hard shot, before the third period ends. If you're not shooting, then score defensively. And he got caught on his heels a little bit as his opponent hit that double leg. Just didn't see it the whole match, and then bam, break down, be ready to go. Give yourself that chance. But again. It's good to see him compete, and good to see him keep himself in matches.
Coach, Coach, some of my notices before the duel, this season, you guys haven't warmed up in front of the crowd, but you did warm up in front of the crowd today. Do you have any reason behind that?
Oh, I just change some things up, go through a routine of how you approach, how you get on the mat. It's just felt like we needed to get them down there and get on that mat. That mat's quite a bit different from a speed standpoint than the mats in our wrestling room.
How so? You say speed, is it?
Well, that's a fast mat.
But how? I'm
Well,
just curious.
you go walk on that mat,
Okay.
and then go upstairs and walk on it. You're going to feel the difference, right? And so they just needed to feel the mat, and wrestling on it 3 or 4 times, and no preparation on it is a difference.
Is it just because this is just your dual mat, whereas upstairs, it's something that's been used every day?
Yeah, it's two different
Okay.
mats.
Okay.
It's a good mat to be able to put down and put up quickly.
Mhm.
It's not a heavy mat. 2 people can actually put it down, and 2 people can take it up. The mats we got upstairs takes about 26 people. Heavy. But yeah, just doing something different. I just haven't felt real comfortable with our approach to the start of the duel. Just haven't felt real comfortable. I really like what we do. I like what our guys that are doing things and creative, or really creative. Really just felt like we need to be out there before the duel started.
I got
Thanks.
one final one. What does, obviously you snapped to dual skid, what does win tonight do in preparing you for an opponent like Missouri?
Well, it kind of heals you a little bit, right? And so, wasn't just a win. It was winning, scratching out some tough, tight matches that we seemed to be in control of, and went on and won. And so, you get damaged a little bit. So we got healed up a little bit today, and if regardless of the team that we put on the mat on Sunday, we can win. We can win. And so, it's a good win, and it was a way you want to win your 500 dual meet in Gallagher Iba Arena.
Anything else for Coach?
How did you think Travis Whitlake looked today? And since he's
I really thought, I seen just some emotion in him more than I've seen it, just a little bit of an attitude. It's like, okay, it's 1-1. Like 30 seconds into the third period, I just felt like he's going to win. You just saw it, right? And so that was kind of good to see, right? You just want to see that, want to see that emotion. It just seems like he's hadn't had a whole lot of injuries in his life, and when he had that setback, it took a little bit out of him, and so you want to see it come back quicker. But I was pleased with the effort, kind of like what I said. Hopefully we can see some of these matches maybe stretch out in the future.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.